Mamie belle, la moustache et la capuchon. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki tuleti. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki tuleti. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki tuleti. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki taca, tiki. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki tuleti. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki tuleti. Casito patanilo, mira taca, tiki tuleti. Mamie belle, la moustache et la capuchon.
What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today I got my general manager / director of player personnel hat on again as I do my preliminary roster for the Washington Redskins. Now, I'm on the defensive side. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably been waiting for this, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, I got 9 linebackers being on this team this year. Of course, like I said, last time, we get 25 and 25. So I did my 25 for the offense. Now it's time for my 25 on the defensive side. So starting off with the linebackers, I got 9 linebackers on the roster. My starters are going to be Ryan Kerrigan, Sean Dion Hamilton, John Bostic, and Montez Sweat. Yeah, I got the rookie starting in there first. I think he's going to be the guy that's going to be an excellent complement to Ryan Kerrigan's steady production. So I think that'll be good. Backing those guys up, I got Jordan Brailford backing up Ryan Kerrigan. Again, he's a very good player. So, and it'll give Ryan Kerrigan the spells he needs as he goes along in his career. Backing up Sean Dion Hamilton, I got another fast linebacker also, Josh Harvey Clemens, who also plays special teams, but I think he'll be a complimentary backup when it comes to Sean Dion Hamilton. Backing up John Bostic, I got Mason Foster. Again, I know he was a starter, but he started to tail off, but I think John Bostic is the better linebacker. So I'll have Mason Foster back him up. And backing up Montez Sweat, I got Ryan Anderson. For my 9th linebacker, I got Cole Holcomb. Again, he's a speedy linebacker. So I think he'll be good, not only on special teams, but if we need him to come in and, if you got some type of exotic plays going on, I think bringing him in because of his speed would be pretty good. Now, of course, my defensive line is next. Of course, we got our mainstays, Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne, and Matt Ioannidis. Now, their backups I have, Tim Settle's going to back up Jonathan Allen. I got Caleb Brantley backing up Daron Payne. And I got Jonathan Bonner, the rookie out of Notre Dame, backing up Matt Ioannidis. Jonathan Bonner, I know a lot of y'all probably never heard of him. But I think Jonathan Bonner, they got Jerry Tiller and Jonathan Bonner confused with each other. Jonathan Bonner to me is the better player. He actually got a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks. If you look at Notre Dame film, you'll actually see him. He's number 55. Watch Notre Dame's film and check this guy out. I think the Skins might have gotten him a really good player when it comes to Jonathan Bonner. Now for my safeties, of course my 2 starters are going to be Landon Collins and Monte Nicholson. I think both guys complement each other. I think that they're going to be a menace to deal with when it comes to this season. Also, I really think that Monte Nicholson is going to have a change in how he approaches the game as well, because I think what he went through in the off season will probably more than likely change him a lot. For their backups, I actually got backing up Landon Collins. I got JoJo McIntosh. Just to give y'all a little background on this guy, he played beside Taylor Rapp. Now, I think JoJo McIntosh, to me, looking at the film, he seemed to me to be the better safety. He's a hard hitter, and at the same time, the crazy thing about it, when I was looking at the film, I noticed that a lot of teams did not throw to his side. They threw to Taylor Rapp's side pretty often. For some reason, I think that this guy takes a lot of things away. I also noticed, I'll give you an example. Look at the Arizona State game against Washington. And what I noticed about this guy was that he was covering N'Keal Harry. their big time wide receiver, which I thought was amazing to see a safety be like the primary defender on their top wide receiver. So I thought that was really strange. But I mean, to me, I think that this guy is actually may become a far better safety. There's some things he got to work out. You know, he sometimes takes bad angles when it comes to tackling. And it looked like he needs a little bit more speed, but he played the center field a lot with Washington. So I'm not sure. But again, like I said, I did see that there was a lot of times where teams did not throw in his direction or did not throw in his area. They threw in the area of Taylor Rapp. So I think that's how Taylor Rapp kind of got a little bit more recognition compared to JoJo McIntosh, who I think may be the better safety. Backing up Monte Nicholson, I got DeShazer Everett. We could flip these two guys. It doesn't matter. DeShazer Everett, he played okay for us. I don't expect for him to, really come in and be as dominant, but he played pretty well for us. He wasn't a bad or awful player. But I did like some of the plays he made last year. So I think he'll actually be a good fit for us. Now, when it comes to our cornerbacks, I got 6 cornerbacks on our roster. Of course, our starters, I have Josh Norman and Quentin Dunbar as our starters. I actually have Jimmy Moreland as a starter too in the slot. I think he brings a lot more production than Fabian Moreau. I think Fabian Moreau kind of played out of position last year. He struggled when it came to covering those slot guys. I think Jimmy Moreland will do a far better job at covering the slot guys. Again, he's getting a whole lot of praise. I saw him in college. I seen this guy do amazing stuff in college. He's around the ball all the time, and I like his game. Backing up Josh Norman, I got Fabian Moreau. I think that Fabian is an outside cornerback. I don't think that he's fit for the inside. So I would have him back up Josh Norman. Backing up Quentin Dunbar, I got Greg Stroman. Greg Stroman played okay. Again, I think that because he was a rookie last year, he was still trying to understand how he was supposed to play in the system. I don't think he was really prepared or ready last year, but I think he'll be ready this year because Ray Horton actually has them looking fairly good in training in the OTAs. So I think that he'll be a good addition. Now, this last guy, I went with this guy because, again, we drafted this guy. I think that he could become something. I think that this is his prove-it season. So I'm going to go with Adonis Alexander. Again, he's a big cornerback, 6'3", 2-something. So, you don't want to miss out on a guy that's that big and could possibly be even a combo safety if he plays pretty well. But like I said, again, this is just a preliminary roster. So that's what I think. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably say, well, what about Rogers Cromartie? I feel that when a guy has given up on a team before, you don't want that guy on your roster because the last thing you need is a guy who makes his teammates feel, is this guy possibly going to quit on us? Because he did it before. Now, to me personally, I don't see a reason in bringing in a guy who quit on his team last year. But to me, because I think that gives the wrong impression of the culture change we're trying to have here. I don't think that bringing in a guy who quit on his team last year is the right message you want to send to a bunch of young talent, a bunch of young players we currently got on our team right now, especially on that defensive side. So the last thing you want to do is have a guy on your roster who basically quit on the team and then have his influence on some of our younger talent trying to come up in the NFL. Me personally, I don't even know why we brought him in. I would rather get rid of him. If Adonis Alexander doesn't work out, I say go find somebody else or bring up another rookie or something. But to me, I just don't see a reason in having Rogers Cromartie on our team. I just don't. I don't want him influencing any of these young players. I don't want him around them. To me, he's a quitter. And the last thing the Redskins need on their team is a quitter. So that's my preliminary roster when it comes to the offense and to the defense. So y'all let me know how y'all feel. Y'all tell me if there's players that y'all would have chosen to put on this team other than guys that I've put on the team. Other than that, this is your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.